Jad.
Brother, how are you, mate?
I've learnt you know what? My breaking point was GWS, and nothing will feel as bad as that, and that's probably why I'm not punching and screaming and kicking and whatnot.
Do you know what, mate? Do you know what? I am 100% with you, buddy. I've been numb since then, and today I was just numb again. And I don't know if it was the fucking sub-zero temperatures at the G, or if it was that performance. But fuck, mate. Just numb to it. Just numb to it, mate. Like, I'm not even surprised. I went today because I hadn't been in the footy in a while, and I just wanted to be in the atmosphere. But to go all that way and to freeze your ass off and to see 14 behinds, as a supporter, mate, that's just shocking. And shout out to Rocco and Maddie. I met them today at the ground, and I met Rocco's son, and just waiting to come on the fan cam. I was just started thinking to myself, what does a young bloke like that and all the other kids like? How are we going to retain them?
Kids don't have an attention span to wait for this bullshit. They don't have that.
I know, mate. And the young boy, he was so optimistic, and he's told his dad we're gonna win, and then me and Rocco having a talk, and Rocco just says to me, it's gonna be the same shit, and I didn't argue. I'm like, yeah, mate, look, it is. But I'm just starting to think it's starting to become a real issue. Like, I've never worried about things like that, mate, but now I'm starting to, because it's just. Anyway, onto the game. Welcome to the knife's edge, mate. We're on the fucking knife edge now, because if we lose next week, good Lord Almighty, you might as well just stop that fucking review and make some calls. Fuck me.
Mate, I'm honestly petrified of next week.
Oh, I know. It's the knife's edge, mate. This is it now. And the thing is, with this team, we just seem to struggle against any side who has any sort of discipline structure. And it happened in round 2 against Collingwood. Like, we should have belted them. But once again, if you are disciplined and you have a decent structure and system, we're gonna struggle against you no matter who you are. And it just shows in our wins this year. They've come against crap teams who, we should be beating. Yeah, fair enough. But whenever it comes to a serious side, we cannot break them down, and it's a real problem now. It's a real problem. I'd love to see us. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm not. I mean, I obviously watched the game with the Carlton lens, but if you're a Geelong supporter, they didn't play very well at all, bro. Oh,
mate, yeah. I had one Geelong supporter sitting behind me, and I was close to just having a go, because they were asked today, and that's Geelong, but we could have been 8 goals up, mate.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, that's just to let them off like that. And they're going to get the rub of the green with the umps. You know that, because they're a team of stars. They're the AFL's one of the the AFL's favorite teams, that sort of thing. They're going to. So you've really got to take your chances. But one thing that I reckon, and this is maybe a bit, you can take this as a positive. I know it's not usual from me, but I honestly reckon our list is divided into 2 parts. I can see. I think some of these boys, the younger kids, I think they're ready to explode, Terry.
Mm.
I know it's like weird to say that now, but I think they're ready to explode. But I honestly believe they're being bogged down by a culture. By culture and certain players. Like, I think we can go past players like Nunes and Kerno and Casbolt and all those boys. I think we can go past them really quickly if we have someone in there who is willing to change the culture. And that leads into Clarkson. I reckon he walks in there day one and he stamps five players as careers. Stamps them shut. And I'm starting to think that's what we need, because we seem to be wedded. The Ian Prendergast podcast say this all the time. We seem to be wedded to players who have been there for too long, and we seem to be really afraid to change, to move on from them. And it's probably showing in the Mark Murphy, getting to 300 thing. It's showing in the Ed Perno thing. And yeah, as your interview with Power, that was awesome, by the way. So props for that. As
Thank
he
you.
said, you got to have that balance. But I just think it's time now. It's really time to embrace it, because it's not changing, mate. You look at Essendon, and I hate to say this. The difference between them and us is coaching, and it's as simple as that. And coaching leads into culture, so the two are connected. I think that the two are connected. And look how they play. Look how we play. Look how they played Geelong last week. And look how we played.
Mm.
I
Well,
think
they've embraced their youth. And
yeah.
again, I hate to say this, like, welcome to Essendon abroad, but but they play with a fucking spirit and a belief. But man, they belted Adelaide by 10 goals. We ain't belting anyone by 10 goals, bro. We ain't belting anyone by 10 goals.
Man, I know. I was watching that. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what's really shitting me. I think we've got way more talent than them.
Absolutely. Even with the injuries.
With the injuries, we've got it there. That's why I reckon it's ready to it's ready to explode. But culture and a commitment to certain players is weighing it down. And as for Tigi, every week, whether you like it or not, every week he has an exam and he needs to pass. He's going to pass it, he's going to fail it. And today he failed, man. He maybe took 2 little steps forward the last 2 weeks, but he took like 5 back today. I'm just analysing the performance of the coach. He doesn't change anything, Terry. As a lot of people tonight have said, he does not change. I saw Stocker get slaughtered today in front of me, and nothing changes. Even the way we play, we still want to try and kick through zoning. We still want to try and go around the boundary. We still want to switch it when it's never on. The switch is never on. You know why it's never on? Because these guys don't work hard enough to make a switch work. To make a switch work, you've got to run your guts out from one end to the other and then switch. Yeah, it's nothing changes. I would love to see us adopt more a handball style game. One, because it hides poor skills, and it's the only way to break down zones. Yeah. And it's just shocking to me from Tigi, from a personal point from Tigi, how he's not doing anything. Like, mate, your job's on the line, mate. You have to do something, David. You have to do something. I know, worry. It's just sounding like we've got an assistant coach in a senior coach position. Fuck.
I feel you. I mean, to be fair, we are handballing a bit more than what we were early in the year, but I'm not going to use that as a positive. And I'm really worried about the senior, experienced, highly paid, marquee signings giving us not enough. It's not enough.
I can't believe he's not fit, man.
How is he not fit?
I cannot believe the shape he's come in, dude. I can't believe it. How can you rock up like this? And they'll roll out the excuses for him, preseason injury, fucking whatever, man. Next year they'll give the same excuses to someone else.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm glad you got to the game. Love you. And
love you too, man.
Chat to you soon.
Yep. Have a good one.